is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news, intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversation. 96.9 FM. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
There it is. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Check it out. Just move. If you got the nerve, lash out for your just desserts. It's not just a word. Some of y'all heads up in the cloud. I'ma bring y'all back. It's black back to burn. Y'all talking about out your mouth. I'm not concerned, cause y'all got to learn. It's y'all turn like Detroit Red when his head had an ultra perm. The long walk to burn your bare heels, so throw on your boots. The game camouflage like army suits, but I can see it more clear cause I came with the coupe in here. Ring the alarm and form the troops. Send them out into the world, go to war on the flu. Eye to eye with the enemy you sworn to shoot. Now I'm coming at your neck, sick of hearing something wrong with me, wrong with you. When the cheap just way too smart to question. The enemy, the brothers of a dark complexion. The governments of the world is shark infested. They heavy on weaponry like Charlton Heston, man. Look, it gets low, man. Low, now I'm talking about. Get it, yeah.
Ain't rockin' with you, so what you gon' do?
My favorite music, yeah, is a mic on.
With you, your logic does not compute.
Come on.
Talking Heads with Naughty is sponsored by BTC, Burger King, the Cancer Treatment Centers of America, the Cleveland Clinic, Dunkin' Donuts, Fidelity Bank Bahamas, the Fincastle Media Group, Fine Threads, John's Department Store, J.S. Johnson, Joker's Wild, KFC, Naughty Johnny's, and Tropical Gyros.
Once again, it is on. It is the Friday edition of Talking Heads right here on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. We are live like we are 2 weeks out of the month. You know, we get to get out on the road and get out to one of those favorite Dunkin' Donuts locations of mine that I like to run on throughout the week. And today we're at the newest location, Carmichael. All right? But normally I give you a brain teaser, but today I can make it a little different for you. I got a big reward for you. I got one of those Dunkin' coconut refreshers, the big size one, the big boy, and a dozen donuts. All right? Up for grabs. This is how you get your chance to win right on the spot. First person to get here and tell me how many Dunkin' locations there are in New Providence. And I'll hook you up on the spot. Bada bing, bada boom. So if you want a chance at one of those coconut refreshers, all right, I would suggest a purple pomegranate and a dozen Dunkin' Donuts to run on into the weekend. Get here to me at the Carmichael location of Dunkin'. That's the newest location. And let me know how many Dunkin' locations there are in New Providence. All right? You got to come here on the spot to get the answer, all right? You can't text it. You can't call it. You got to come on in. Dunkin' Carmichael. First person to get here, I'm going to be here until 6. All right? So you got between now and 6 to get here. First person to get here and tell me how many Dunkin' locations there are in New Providence is going to win one of those Dunkin' coconut refreshers. And since I'm, treating the winner, you can get the purple pomegranate because that's my favorite one. And then you get a dozen Dunkin' Donuts. I'll let you pick the dozen. You can pick your 12 favorites. But you got to get here between 4 and 6 while I'm here live on Talking Heads on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM and answer the question, your brain teaser today, how many Dunkin' locations are there in New Providence? And you got between now and 6 o'clock when I get out of here to get your answers in. Now, while you do that little mission, that little scavenger hunt, whatever you want to call it, and get here, don't run nobody over. Drive safely and securely, all right? Because we want you to keep running on Dunkin'. And the first one to get here and get the correct answer, I'm going to hook you up. But while I wait on you guys, let's get up into the headliners. Who or what made headlines in the 242? All brought to you All brought to you by Fine Threads. But let's go to the phone lines. We got a caller on the phone. Let's go to the phone lines. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this?
Hey, Naughty, what's up?
What's going on, my brother?
Everything good. Calling for that question now?
Well, you know, you got to come here and answer the question. I'm not taking it on the phone today, nor the text. You got to come to Duncan Carmichael. Tell me how many Dunkin' locations there are in New Providence. If you're right, you got a dozen Dunkin' Donuts and one of them big Dunkin' coconut refreshers.
Yeah, I understand that, but I still at work.
Well, I guess you got to play Monday through Friday next week and try me again, man, or send somebody. Because we're doing it live on location today, man. So get somebody, send somebody, wake it out. See, I got a lady here right now. See? Ooh, you can get shamed right now for trying to be lazy and call. How you doing, ma'am? You got an answer for me today? All right, what's your answer? Let's go. First of all, what's your name? All right, Renee. And obviously you run on Duncan because I see you here at the Duncan Carmichael location. So that's one. That's one down. How many else we got?
One down, we have 4 other ones. You have East Street, the airport, Cable Beach.
Cable Bill. No. No. Now you got Carmichael, correct. You got East Street South. Got the airport. I'm gonna try it again. You got you call in the I know the plaza you talking about, but it ain't in the West. Right, that's 4. We're out east. Super Value Beer. Ma'am, you creating Dunkin' locations that don't exist? Boy, look here, one thing, that's a page out of my book, but if you don't know the answer, BS them until you get it right. But think about it. You got Carmichael, correct. You said East Street. You said Village Road, which is Bernard Road. All right? Now, you got airport, that's 4. You got a couple more. Think about it. I give you a chance to think about it. Regroup. Retract your steps. And I'll check you back in 5 minutes. Don't move. I'll check you back in 5 minutes. You see? But look here. Look here. If they get one in Cable Beach, trust me, ma'am. That would be legendary because I would beat that so bad. That's my neighborhood. I would beat the brakes off that one. Cable who? All right. So, but I like it. I like it, man. Listen here. You know, just make them up as you go along. That's good stuff. Excuse me. All right. So let's check out some of the headlines today. They're blazed up by the pages of the Nassau Guardian. News and music matter since 1844. And like I say, there was a lot of talk, a lot of, I don't want to say sip, but a lot swirling in the court of public opinion. All right. Regarding the police questioning Long Island MP, Mr. Adrian Gibson. Subsequently, he has been released pending further investigation. The FNM, through their chairman, Dr. Dwayne Sands, has now come out and said the party is in full support of Mr. Gibson. You know, they consider him innocent until proven otherwise. So we have to keep an eye on that as that unfolds. In addition to that, government won't raise the gas margin. Story by Jasper Ward. Minister of Economic Affairs Michael Halkitis said yesterday it would be difficult for the government to increase margins for petroleum retailers because it would only lead to higher prices for consumers. As you know, we've been having a series of meetings with the retailers, Halkitis said. They're very distressed. They're facing some enormous challenges. Our position has been that it would be very, very difficult for the government to approve a margin increase at this time, which would only lead to higher prices at the pump and pressure on the consumer. And so what we've been doing is having some discussions to find ways where we can bring relief to them directly based on the things that they are facing, inclusive of things like higher rents and franchise fees and the increased amount of money that they have to outlay for inventory. Well, you got to find a happy medium because obviously the retailers initially weren't really making a big-time profit. And now, all things considered, that they're not again. But as you all figure that out, we, Joe Public at the pump, are looking at $7 straight in the face. 7 in the straight in the face. All right, man, you got the bait right there. You on the clock, but we do have a contestant here now. If he gets it, you know you lose. Like, you on the clock now. All right, man, move up next. All right, because you already had your chance, so you gotta hope he Bucky too. All right, what's going on, bro? You good? What's the question? You don't even know the question. How many Dunkin' locations in New Providence? All right, what are they? All right, I give you the airport. Pre-clearance and post-clearance. That's 2. All right. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. 5. And you're missing 2 more. You said 8, but I mean, it's really 7. But, you know, the 2 at the airport, like I said, I counted that as 1. But you said pre-clearance, post-clearance. I get that to you. But you're still missing 2 more. Think about it. You're missing 2 more. All right. He said East Street already, Mom. If you can help, make sure I give him the right answer. So repeat it again. We'll let you go again. You got the airport, Carmichael, East Street South, downtown. That's 5. You got, uh-huh. All right, but look here. And now they're getting help from the car, Mr. Producer. And you know the funny thing is, the car has been... Where? Ah! All right, so let's repeat this again now. You said, here we go. You said the airport. You said Carmichael. You said East Street. You said Paradise Island. You said, what else? Palmdale, that's 5. What else you got? Burnett Road, what else? Boom. So you know, Mom, I can give you a prize anyway. All right? I can give you a prize anyway. But, sir, you're right. You finally got it right. It is. You got downtown Bay Street, Paradise Island, Palmdale, Burnett Road with the drive-thru, East Street South with the drive-thru, Carmichael, the newest location, and the airport. When I say the airport, that includes pre-clearance, post-clearance, that covers all the airport. Man, he's still waiting for the one in Cable Beach. That's where I live. I'd have done destroyed that one. That would have been finished. That would have been over a long time. So, I can give you a prize for playing. You, sir, I got your hookup right now. So, Mr. Producer, we can go to the first break right here. We are live, Dunkin' Carmichael. Newest location, getting it in. On the flip side of the break, we'll pick up the conversation. We'll get out of the headlines, brought to you, of course, by Fine Threads. We'll get into the buzz, brought to you by John Shoes. We'll check out the global warming. We'll heating up the planet in 60 seconds or less. All brought to you, of course, by KFC Nassau. And then, of course, like we get you ready for the 5 o'clock hours as well. And we're going to open up the lines because we got lots to talk about. You all who read my column today and who had issue with it, stop parking in the handicap parking. You are denied oxygen in the womb. No matters, no couth. Come from under a rock, bunch of the average junglers. Stop parking in the handicap parking. I don't care who you are. Upper crust of society to the middle or to the lower crust. You all are absolutely idiotic. You're pathetic. You're going to hell on a scholarship for doing that. So yeah, you with it. I'll talk to you about it after the break. I wrote about it. I'm never scared. So we'll have that conversation on the flip side. Oh yeah, and you all said like the fat shame people and body shame people do. We can talk about that after the break too. Right here on Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Be live, Dunkin', Carmichael, Free for All Friday, Freaking Weekend Edition. You know the muzzle's off. Let's get it.
Craving tasty KFC chicken and need an affordable fix? The KFC Quick Fix menu has 3 tasty options that are both big on taste and value, with plenty of mouth-watering goodness. Try the KFC Flavor Full Box, packed with 3 pieces of crispy fried chicken legs and whole wings, fluffy mashed potato with gravy, corn, a buttery biscuit, and an ice-cold Pepsi for only $9.95. Get your favorite chicken fix today, only at KFC Nassau. It's finger-licking good.
Refined style with elegant taste. Then fine threads is your place. If you want those slacks hemmed or just taking the waist, then fine threads is your place. If you wanna look suave and debonair everywhere you go, like you're supposed to be in a video, wanna step out and look great, then fine threads is your place. Refined style with elegant taste, then fine threads is your place. Is your place. Is your place.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. Whatever the occasion, John's is confident you will find what you're looking for among our always growing collection of amazing and trendy styles. We cover women, men, children, the whole family. Together with John's great prices and helpful and friendly customer service, your experience in shopping with us will be time well spent. Too busy to come in store? Shop with us online. www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances. So come on in today at John's, where we put fashion at your feet.
Let Dunkin' put the good back into morning with our delicious breakfast sandwiches. Enjoy a fluffy egg topped with American cheese and bacon, ham, or savory sausage on your choice of a flaky croissant, a warm bagel, or a toasted English muffin. Choose your favorite and have breakfast just the way you like it. Make it a combo with golden hash browns and a freshly brewed coffee. And get rising and shining with Dunkin' breakfast sandwiches today. The Bahamas runs on Dunkin'.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
Right here, Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. We are live, Duncan Carmichael location, getting it in. Free for all Friday freaking weekend edition. And congratulations to my winners, man. They in there getting their donuts on and they coconut refreshers on. So be sure to go into one of your favorite Duncan locations today, all weekend long. Like they told you, downtown Bay Street, Paradise Island, Palmdale, Vernon Road with the drive-through, East Street South with the drive-through, Carmichael, and out at the airport. Pre-clearance, post-clearance. So no reason for you not to be running on Duncan. And like I said, run straight on Duncan into the weekend. Check them out on a full menu. And, of course, the donuts. All right, let's slide up into the buzz. What's gone viral or what's creating the buzz in the 242. And listen, this is not shameless promotion. Honest to goodness. But from time to time, I will pen a column and it'll rub some people the wrong way. Well, here's the deal. The folks, I wrote about two things this week in the comics. Be sure to check it out every Friday in The Guardian, okay? But here's the deal. When it comes to Carnival, you may be a fan of Carnival, you may not be a fan of Carnival. Me personally, anybody who knows me a long time, I've never been a fan of like soca and Carnival and, I go hang out to the party for the day. I don't get all moved and I don't freak myself. Now you tell me you got like a culture reggae show coming, you know what I mean? With some culture, man, I'm there. But now, different strokes for different folks. But nonetheless, that doesn't mean I don't want to see those folks who enjoy Carnival not enjoy their Carnival. And to see Bahamians genuinely, uniquely just enjoying themselves after 2 years of being cooped up, for lack of a better word, was refreshing. They were out there. They tried to, for the most part, from the videos I saw, they attempted the social distancing. They attempted the protocols, but they were genuinely having a good time. And that was good to see. And it was good to see people enjoying something that they're genuinely into. That's like, if a sporting event came in, idea. Not everybody may go because not everybody in the sports like me. Again, different strokes for different folks, but this was the Carnival Revelers Super Bowl. They had their road march. Good. They enjoyed themselves. And again, it's an enjoyable day for people like me who don't really get into carnival like that. Me and most of the homies through the neighborhood, fellow, husbands, married guys, some engaged dudes, some younger guys who are out there living with their girl. About 8 or 12 of us, we congregated in my yard. And, we just did the whole, homeboy hangout in full accordance with the broke hood. We broke out the domino table. We broke out the grill. The beer was filling the cooler. Ice cold. I broke out those 7, make sure I was complete. And we did, the front yard, and we watched the sights go by. So it was enjoyable for us, too. And, boy, there was plenty of sights to see. Holy moly, there was some sights. But, again, people were enjoying themselves in one way, shape, or form, and that was the most important thing. To turn on social media or get updates and see that body shaming and female shaming is still prevalent all over our social media here in the Bahamas is ridiculous. I mean, it's far too long you get these keyboard warriors who hide behind the keyboards on social media with no backbone, no nothing, because, boy, when you see them, in the streets, it's a different story. All right? It really is a different story. But boy, when they can hide behind social media and behind that keyboard, they'll call you anything but a child of God. All right, we have another caller. Mr. Producer, if we do, let's go to that caller. If not, caller, call back. But let's go to the phone lines. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM. Who's this? All right, so you got to call me back. Are you there?
Hey, we say Naughty. What's going on?
All right, there we go, Gardner. What's happening, my brother? What's good?
Yeah, man, all is well, man. But I hear you talking about them Josh retailers. But they was on the show the other day, and they was afraid to shop the wholesalers because of the wholesale issue. With them extravagant and things. Like the wholesalers don't make money, you know what I'm saying, on the pump as well as the wholesale.
Oh, okay, you're talking about the gas. I was trying to figure out what yeah. Listen,
at
the bottom line,
Gardner.
Gardner.
Put the pressure on the wholesalers, not the retailers. That's what the government need to put the pressure on the wholesalers too. You see?
Like when it comes to petroleum in this country, and oil in this country, listen, man, it boils down to this: follow the dots, follow the money.
Yeah, that's what
it's
they
bad
saying.
for business
Wholesalers. But
for
they
us
got
to have
another
low
bone
gas
to pick,
prices.
though. I ain't about no bootlicking and thing. That's for them other shows. I don't think you down with that either. But
it can't
okay.
get the $7 at the pump, Gardner. It can't hit $7. It's way too much
yeah,
now.
I understand that. That's what I'm saying. That's because of the wholesalers. But let's deal with something. Let's look at something else, man. That this government saying, well, they dealing with housing for the poor, and they not. You know what I'm saying? They look like they deal with housing for the high middle class, but only them could afford a piece of land to talk with even build a house. Or owning a second home, you know what I'm saying, to say renovate. A first home to say renovate. So it needs to do something for the poor man. Look something like the only thing they're doing is building a private jail, and you know what that spells out all over the world.
Right.
There's more a poor man in the jailhouse for profit.
And especially if they want to privatize the
you're
penal
a
system.
sportsman, right? And I'm a sportsman, right? Sports specifically. And this government need to spend some money for the poor ghetto youth and sportsmen. And track and field is the same thing. They wouldn't track the what you call it, the coaches and the qualified ones and facilities. Same thing at basketball. They wouldn't put the gyms in basketball. I remember R&B, they used to go down there Sunday and then the old boys used to play there with Chuck.
Yeah, you used to have to bribe the security guard, but once you get to bribe the security guard, you're in there like swim here.
No, but Chuck Markey was the man.
When the late Chuck Markey was there, that's a different story, yeah.
Them in school, they ain't got no gym. You see, so the government not spending money with these youth. Same thing with baseball. There's no baseball, there are no facilities in the school, no coaches in the school like that, and 1, 2.
Well, listen, now hold on, now, Gardner. Easy with the baseball now. I could speak on that. You have a plethora of youth coaches outside of baseball that donate their time for the free to coach up youth sports, especially baseball, in Freedom Farm and JBLN. Now,
you realize that them fields,
watch
me, them fields that out there in them rich man neighborhood, you can imagine if them fields...
No. Stop.
Pardon?
Stop. Nah, Gardner, that's where I got you. Now I got to get you. Now,
Right.
sit in the corner because I can get you. Now, JBLN, they're up there at St. Andrews. They've built their fields for years and years and years and years.
Right.
Yes, they
Why
got a
they
lot
ain't
of
building
spots.
them together?
Hold on, Gardner. The two of us can't speak. Now, if you can make a comment and something I can speak to, you need to let
Right.
me speak the same way I let you speak. Use my brain.
Right.
But don't Johnny Most me today. Now, here's the deal. For years and years, they had sponsorship. Greg Burroughs took a plot of land further up the road. There was a junkyard and turned that into Freedom Farm. And I can tell you, I'm not asking you, I can tell you that led by KFC, led by Pirates, led by Family Guardian, led by John Shoes. In fact, I got all the sponsors right here. But spearheaded it, Lawnscapes came along, and they refurbished that entire 12U, 10U Freedom Farm. It is manicured, it is pedicured, it is perfect. Okay, the Wright Noble Foundation, all right, they turned around, the Bryce Noble Foundation, they did 800 fields, okay, up at Freedom Farm. And furthermore, BK is coming along to take care of the T-ball field. So don't,
Yeah, but you saying,
I don't
you
care
saying to
where
me
it
that
is.
these are still
There are
private fields,
facilities
though.
for
They are
baseball.
public fields.
The biggest thing is you have to get it into the high schools and into the middle
Yeah,
schools.
They need
That's
to
what
put
you
them,
need to
these
do.
fields need to be in high school. How could you have 10 fields, private fields in JBLN, 10 and Freedom Farm and none in high school? No diamond. Ain't no diamond in high school.
But that's not Freedom Farm's fault. That's not JB Land's fault. That don't. Hey, listen. I don't call next to the prison a swanky neighborhood, and I don't call in the back of St. Andrews a swanky neighborhood. We've had the island develop over the years, so they just fields located in the east to me.
But no, all the inner city down and down. You know the inner city is over the hill.
But guess what, Gardner? Who says that ain't what I ain't gonna work on next?
See?
Because guess what? You know, I don't mention it, but I got a thing for developing fields for youth baseball in this country. Two down, I got a couple more to
They used to call me
go.
on that other place, 103. They used to call me in the city. You know what? They advocate for the inner city youth. You know, and that's a problem, man. That's a problem. You see, in other words, okay, all these private institutions, right? They're private, right? And where they are, you know, and watch this now. Now the government's going to take money, $60 million total, I would think, to build baseball diamond for these same people, and ain't a diamond. They don't have a diamond in the schools. Not
They
one
need to
school
put it in
have
the
a diamond.
schools?
Come
That's
on,
the
man.
conversation we need to be having. We don't need to class baseball and say this field and that.
No,
we
but
need to
it
get
is
them in
what
the
it is.
field.
Not because we have the major league players, and you know what I'm saying. At least these major league players, they could build a field for themselves. The major league need to come build a field for them, not the bomb, not
Again,
the taxpayers' money.
how do you know that that's not being worked on right now, negotiated on right now, and in the network and in the pipeline?
Yeah,
Through
they need
the
to go
Don't Blame
build a
Foundation
field.
with Todd
They
and
need to
Lucius
build a
Giedemit.
field. Take their foot off the poor people's neck and saying they doing these things for sports. The poor man, they ain't doing it for them.
But Gardner, let me ask you a question.
Right.
You know, I know you're a veteran, right? You old school like Bill Russell, them man. Let me ask you, man, what does it take to please you? Because every time I look up, it ain't the government, because you got issues with both. Then it's like if something get passed, you got issue with it. What can make you happy? Like midget
Yeah, well,
strippers
I
on
read-
roller
I read
skates with
between the
Rita
lines,
Hosen and
man,
bear
not
stands?
because-
I could work that for you, you know.
Huh? Pardon?
I mean, what you need to make you happy, man. You need like
No,
some
it ain't
midget
about me.
strippers
It's
on roller
about
skates and
the
Boston
ghetto
Celtics
youths, man.
cheerleading
You know, not
outfits.
because
What you need?
I may have a little like I happy. I still want but the ghetto youths, man.
As
You
you
see,
should.
Okay, remember Air and Bristol, Camp and the like, and Mario Fort. These brothers going to jail for murder and things, wanted for murder and all them type of things, you know. Ghetto youths, that's where they fall in. Why? Because they don't have facilities. Because they don't have the Burger King and the McDonald's and their organization. You see, but then they need these organizations in the school, and that has to do with the government. The government needs to stop putting money in these private facilities and I don't care whether they feeding programs or whatever program. These NGOs need to go to the McDonald's and like where they've been always going. The government needs to take care of responsibility and stop talking these public-private partnerships that didn't work. And the world has gone away from these things, you know. Hospital,
Now,
they're trying to build a private
Gardner, let me ask you, though.
public-private hospital. Then they put private prisoners for the poor youth. Come on, man, what's going on with that?
Look, Gardner, you going from sports, now to public part and private ships to prisons to hospitals. Listen.
That's the
Me and
government.
you
That's what
spoke
the
about that
government dealing
yesterday.
with. No, that's what I'm saying. Like that's what the government is dealing with. This you call it this budget. You understand me? Remember we talk about the oil, right? And I you know what I'm saying? I joined that too. All these things.
Don't get me
that
started on the
government
oil
is
there,
doing stuff.
Gardner.
Pardon?
I said, don't get me oil. You know how I go when it comes to oil. And
Hey,
oil.
Natty, man, you know I respect you the most. You know why, right? Because
My boy,
you just open your ass with the bootlickers and everybody else. You ain't only into them bootlickers. You get everybody.
I like
your
God
wife,
Brooks, man. I
Lord
got
can
friends
bless
in
you for that,
high
you know.
and low places.
But,
And
hey,
in
but I know
between
when I can catch you again, right? But them Boston Celtics, man, bigger my Boston Celtics. Remember I tell you
Man,
with the
listen
defense,
here.
you know.
You'll catch me on Monday if you're doing out now, but I mean, we'll be talking sports in 5 o'clock. Your Celtics need to wrap it up
Boston
tonight.
Celtics, man, okay?
They need to wrap it up
Don't
tonight.
disrespect them, all right?
Listen,
Yeah, man.
I can't disrespect you, man. I am a self-imposed Laker exile until LeBron leaves.
Right.
Right now, I'm just watching from a distance. I'm like The Crow. You remember that movie, The Crow?
Right.
I'm just up in the rafters, peering down, watching. I'll be back when LeBron gone. Until then, I'm a practicing John Morantafarian.
But
That's how I
all
go.
right though. You gotta be Laker for life, man. Like, hey,
As a
but
Laker for
to
life,
be
but
a
if I
Laker-
want the Lakers to have life,
Kareem
I got
came-
to
yeah,
stay off and
Kareem came there,
agitate.
you know, because I remember
Huh?
them battles between Kareem and Tim and all them days, and then I couldn't understand me. I couldn't take the go pull for Kareem for Kareem and you know what I'm saying, him and Tim and all them battles and things. So that's when they switched it went to the white boy garbage man. You know what I mean?
Who
Team and
you
the
talking
Boston
about?
Celtics, the first team that hire black players. You understand what I'm saying? So I went to
Wait,
them
who you
and
say?
you know,
Who is the white boy garbage man?
Wait, how you mean?
You can't call him no garbage man now.
Wait, just to wait
When
to
I
the
think of
garbage.
garbage man,
Wait, leave. Who's
Hold on,
going wait to the garbage? They stuck the big against me, man. You forget that it.
listen to
I
me,
call
man.
it a
When
Larry
I
Bird
think of
story, man, you know?
when I think of white boy garbage men, I think of Greg Kite off that Celtic bench. I think of Jerry Sheesting off that Celtic bench. I think of
I
Kurt
don't-
Rambis
when I
off that
say
Laker
garbage
bench.
man, I mean
Sven
bench,
Nader
you know.
off that Laker bench.
I don't know about the bench when they say garbage man, you know. I mean, where Bird come from. Bird was a poor white boy.
The
You
hit
understand
from
me?
French
He had to go
Lick, Automatic
collect garbage
become
to make
Mr.
ends meet.
Finish.
That's what I mean. I followed that story. That's when I became a Bird fan. You know?
Yeah, man. We all know who Bird Cooler was, right? And is.
Yeah.
A young man from East Lansing, Michigan. You
Right.
ever hear the theme song to the show? The new song what I play now, Gardner. You know
No,
where
what
that
is
come
it?
from?
Huh?
That's from HBO Winning Time, man. The story about them 80s Lakers when we used to beat up on your Celtics. You remember them days, right? Anyway, let me get to the break. Over now. Have a good weekend. We can talk sports in 5, man. Have a good weekend. Be safe. And Lord, let God and the Celtics win this weekend, man. I want him to have a happy weekend. I don't want him to be hot with nobody. I want him to have a good weekend, and I want the Celtics to win for God's sake. But here we go. We got some more information coming in. So back to what I was saying during the buzz. Stop behind the keyboard. Stop body shaming. Because them people who was out on Carnival, they had a good time. They don't care what you think. And on your run, they don't care. You think if they could calm their body into them costumes, especially the dental floss set. You think they on your run, they wanted to beat the real hard, and they did. Opinions be darned. Happy for them, good for them. I'm glad they had a good time. Now, the next set are you donuts. No pun intended. But I see one right here. I can't believe it. I'm watching it right here. I wrote about it in today's paper, and now I can talk about it. Like, for example, the driver of the Honda, license AJ4654, smack dab in the handicap parking. No handicap sticker. No nothing. Perfect example of what I'm talking about inconsiderate people in society. No parking, no handicap, no sign, no nothing. Smack dab in the handicap parking. Blue Honda, AJ 4654. Oh, I'm gonna take a picture. I'm gonna put it in the garden. I'm gonna put it on the Talking Heads Facebook page. Yeah, stop parking in handicap parking. If people call you crazy, that does not mean you get to park in handicap parking. Okay? You gotta have certified papers saying you loopy. But really, how consider how hard is those spots of people just want to have a very easy existence. They want to live a normal life. All right? They're already dealing with a disability. Then now they're going to deal with you guys on top of it, for lack of a better word, being selfish and just cold-blooded and full-blown parking in the spot. And I mean, you talk about it, and then people want to get defensive. But this is a clear example of where we cannot get better as a country if we continue. And nobody going to say wrong is wrong. This is why we stay remedial and repetitive, you know. We need to get better. Let's go to the break, Mr. Producer. I got to go take a picture of this car. And this, I don't know who's driving it, but we'll figure it out. And then, of course, you know. All right, hold on. Let's go to the call. And then, boom, we'll, you know, I'll keep an eye out. Kermit D, keep an eye out, boy. Take a picture of that car for me. Let's go to the phone line. Talking 96.9 FM. Who's this?
This is the blind one, Papa.
Papa.
Hey, how you
My
doing
God,
today?
wait. Boy, I ain't doing good, Papa. You know.
You say you're not doing good?
No, because I go to bat for all of my friends like you with disabilities and stuff, and what's really burning me up, Papa, is the fact that nobody respects the handicap parking anymore. It's a free-for-all. It's not right.
No, it's not
Those
right.
spots are for disabled persons, and I'm tired of people abusing it. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, this been happening a long time, Naughty.
I'm right here on remote, Duncan Carmichael, and the store right next to Duncan. I ain't gonna call the store name because it ain't in for it. No disabled person in the car, no sticker, no nothing, and they big and brisk parking up in the handicap spot.
Naughty, that's where the police was to step in and enforce the law.
I said it today, you know.
I hope they
we had
listen
a
in.
unit on
You
the
go into a
police
break
force,
now,
yes,
you want
we
me
go
to?
around to all of these parking lots and find handicap violators to make a ton of money.
Yeah.
So what you got for me today, Papa?
Wait, Naughty, I hear they said a young man dead who was released last week. But that ain't what I can use my time quickly. I just send condolences to the family, you know?
That's
But let me ask you this. You hear anything from the chairman of the police staff association where he was mentioning about this young officer who allegedly was either rolled over, his foot was rolled over by the Minister of Transport?
Well, Papa, I'm looking at that soap opera play out because
Say it again, Naughty.
Layers to that onion. Every side got a story in that one, and it looks like the goalposts keep moving in that one. So, you know, let's watch it play out. But I will say this. Overall, regardless if he was run over or if he wasn't run over, one thing we can't establish, that there was an altercation with an MP.
It sounded like it was an altercation, Naughty.
And that should not happen.
No.
Because both parties should, like The Rock would say, know their role.
Yes, no, Naughty, listen, this is my point here. It seems like some of us don't know our role. See, Naughty, if that police to deal with a cabinet minister like how they deal with the public, I know it's protocols you give to a cabinet minister and politicians, right? But no one is above the law. And I think it's something what the chairman of the Police Staff Association was saying. Naughty, if that police officer to deal with her, it could have been him or her, a cabinet minister. They talking about if you know who I is. If that police officer to deal with you like how he deal with the public when their life was in fear, not he's supposed to. It's a possibly he could have pulled out his weapon and shoot up the car. Then we would have been saying something today. Then they said allegedly the car sped off, and you denying. I mean, it sounds like some altercation. If it was me as a cabinet minister, I would at least come out publicly and explain myself. I never believe I'm too big to apologize. Some of these people
The
don't care when
statements-
they arrive. You know the saying, say the higher the monkey climb, they show their rear end. What you mean if you know who I is? All you're supposed to
But-
be is
but
a chief
Papa-
servant. You might be a cabinet minister. That's why we just vote them out and deal with them. Now, to be honest, I understand that particular cabinet minister is a hard-working cabinet minister, loves to help people. But some of them have an attitude. They have a stink attitude. They believe
Yeah,
because
well,
they're some cabinet minister or the
Papa.
PLP in power, they could do anything. You can't do that to a police officer, even if she don't respect man. If she don't respect man, she should respect the uniform that that man was wearing. I think the harmony need to come now because, to be honest, the minister, it didn't have to go this far. She could have made one phone call. The PLP in power, she's a cabinet minister.
Well, she
Whatever
did make a
feel like
phone
she was
call.
offended,
My
one phone
colleague,
call,
she-
she could have dealt with that. But they think
She
they
made
too.
a phone call to a
Hello?
colleague. Yeah, Papa, I'm trying to tell you. She did make a phone call to the Minister of National Security because he put out some posts and tweets to the
She could have called the
effect.
commissioner and all.
But what I'm saying is, it should not have gotten to this. We should not be wasting our time talking about a sophomoric, immature fight, for lack of a better word, for people who want to show off their power.
Yes.
People who want to stay from the higher up. And we have a situation with an MP that should have been avoided.
Let me show you another example. Look here, I think she's wrong, right? And they need to bring the hammer down on a set example for the rest of cabinet minister, man and woman, to know that no one is above the law. Not because you're party in power, or you're driving a red or a blue plate, or you're a cabinet minister, or you get a chauffeur, or you think you arrive somewhere. Us Negroes need to relax ourselves. That's why they say we don't know how to run nothing, because every time we get somewhere, we feel like we arrive. We forget. Let me give you the next one. She's a joke to compare this. No, but we need to set an example of her. And the PLP need to do something about it. Because it's wrong. Not because you're in power, you let her talking, but and you could further deny it. Come out and explain it to us and tell us we ain't accusing you of nothing. We said if it happened, bring the hammer down on your butt. Now, O.B. Ferguson, the president of one of them unions, he embarrassed himself on the news this week. I respect him for many years. I know Kingsley Ferguson too. He talking, but he something. I don't know if you get the interview where he's saying, "If you ain't for me, I ain't for you." Boy, let me tell you something, O.B. boy. Brave Davis is the prime minister for everyone, all the unions. Not because Kingsley Ferguson and his union and some of them unions did not join your MOU, Brave and Fred Mitchell MOU, before the general election, because they know the PLP, everyone could have, even blind me know the PLP was going to win, or the government was going to change. Not because Kingsley Ferguson, the main journal, come to your meeting. Kingsley Ferguson represent thousands of people. Come on, some of them is PLPs and F&M too. All be coming on, but if you ain't for me, I ain't for you. But in other words, I paraphrase and saying Kingsley shouldn't expect nothing for him and his people, and because he didn't join on this thing, and talking about the government doing this and doing that for union. Kingsley is saying that in the last 8 months, there's too much talks and not enough things done. Brave Davis and Fred Mitchell, they the prime minister and they the minister for everybody, all the unions. Kingsley Ferguson Union, OBU is a disgrace. I respect you for helping people over the years and being a lawyer in the union, but I'm glad I couldn't see your face because you sound like you're smiling on the news. You should be ashamed of yourself because the PLP in power. Solidarity forever, but stop being a ugly Negro. Keep up the good work.
Don't listen. Papa, you gone? Man, Papa, I wasn't telling you to go. I was trying to tell you. You said something hilarious right there, man. You're lucky it's so good, Papa. That's a good one. But, Papa, I always appreciate your passion. I always appreciate your commitment. And the one thing I like about Papa, he keeps it objective. He wants the benefits for all Bahamians, not just F&Ms or PLPs. All Bahamians need the benefit. And for that, I commend Papa. He's always keep it real on that level. So, Mr. Producer, let's take it to the break. And we'll let it go straight from the break, right into the news, man. After the news at 5 o'clock hour, we will be talking sports. I know Earl the Pearl will be zooming in. Peter Rahim will be chiming in live from Carmichael, because any chance he could get free Duncan, he can run on free Duncan. So come on down and check me out. I've got 2 winners already, but like I said, we're location getting it for our freaking weekend edition. Coming back at you right after the break and right after the news. Carmichael right here on Talking Heads, Guardian right here on NFM.
You don't have to rise and shine to enjoy Dunkin's Big Breakfast Bundle. Our all-day breakfast sandwich made with your choice of sausage, ham, or bacon comes with crisp hash browns, a freshly brewed medium coffee, your favorite Dunkin' donut, and a bottle of refreshing Dasani water. The Big Breakfast Bundle will satisfy you, whether you're an early bird or not. Power up your day with Dunkin' Big Breakfast Bundle. The Bahamas runs on Dunkin'. Around the world, Cleveland Clinic is recognized as a leader in healthcare. Our team of experts relentlessly pursues the best for our patients. From groundbreaking cancer research to state-of-the-art heart surgery, life-saving innovations happen here every day. When it's time to travel for your health, it's time to travel to Cleveland Clinic. Your destination for care, for every care in the world. To learn more, visit clevelandclinic.org/Caribbean.
We're good for you. We know how important collecting your money can be to the success of your business. Start your relationship with Fidelity today so that we can show you the many options available to you with our merchant services. From click and pay options online to merchant terminals and e-commerce options. We're here to help your business succeed. For more details, speak to one of our business development officers at 356-7764 in Nassau or 352-6676 in Freeport. Visit our website at fidelitygroup.com or visit any of our branches.
When I had got prostate cancer, my family didn't know if I was going to live. At Cancer Treatment Centers of America, within days, I got an appointment. They presented me with treatment options, and we set up a robotic prostatectomy. When my scans came back, there are no signs of cancer. They don't see you as a number, they see you as a part of the family. I'm going on with my life. It's a real gift.
Call us at Cancer Treatment Centers of America.
Craving tasty KFC chicken and need an affordable fix? The KFC Quick Fix menu has 3 tasty options that are both big on taste and value, with plenty of mouth-watering goodness. Try the KFC Flavor Full Box, packed with 3 pieces of crispy fried chicken legs and whole wings, fluffy mashed potato with gravy, corn, a buttery biscuit, and an ice-cold Pepsi for only $9.95. Get your favorite chicken fix today, only at KFC Nassau. It's finger-licking good.
This is Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
It's Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM. We're in to the 5 o'clock hour. Down the home stretch we come. And, yep, that person's still parked in the handicap parking. Still stuck in the handicap parking. See, that's why I got to write about it. Because it's become part of the fabric. It's become part of Bahamiana. It's just cold-bloodedness galore. All right, we'll be getting into the sports in short order, but I have to remind you, man, got to hook you up with the global warming. We're heating up the planet in 60 seconds or less. All brought to you, of course, by KFC Nassau. And don't forget, I got to remind you, all weekend long, all week long. And this is the new thing now. KFC's drive-thrus are open until midnight, all right? So it's real. It's not fake news. KFC's drive-thrus are open in front until midnight, Monday through Sunday. Now you have more time to satisfy those late-night cravings for KFC chicken every night of the week. And last call to get fueled up by fried chicken is midnight. KFC Nassau is always finger-licking good. And now you can, get it in the drive-thru until midnight. All right, let's go to the phone lines. I still got a caller there. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM. Who's this?
A pleasant good afternoon, Smarty Naughty.
What's happening?
Sparky here.
Hey, Sparko, what's going on, my brother?
Well, you say you're going straight to sports after the news. I sat here for the longest, and you take your first hour talking to two fellas who got you all excited. And the first one was on, didn't realize that's why they have choirs in churches, and the preachers go to the pulpit by himself. Hello?
I with you, Sparky. I letting you.
You see, I hear you about 19 times tell him that you all only can talk one at a time.
Thank you.
You know how it sound, or two you are trying to talk all at one time on the radio?
Man, and I'm on remote. You know what I mean, Sparky?
And
I
the
try.
reason why I don't go out to watch championship sport, final games, and things like Super Bowl, basketball and thing, to no bowling alley or no crowded area, because everybody dress up and drinking and partying to watch the game, and you never get to hear what's going on in the game because everybody talking about something different except the game.
And Sparky, but let me ask you, you have not...
That's why I stay home and watch it home by myself.
You have not been guilty of that offense before, though, Sparky?
I hear you.
Have you not been guilty of that infraction yourself before?
What's that?
Talking while an event going on.
Talking who?
I'd say, have you not been guilty of talking while an event's going on? You can't tell me you don't go to jump and you don't make no noise.
See, I was trying to talk. See, you're talking to sports now, but I was mixing with it too, because I've been a Boston Celtic all my life, but I go way back at Larry Boyd, them time, and Bill Russell, them time. You know, I go way back then.
Listen,
but
Sparky.
I don't watch it the way I used to with foreign, all of it, college the children been to, and, you know, and, and the college and the high school and all that. I got some friends like you who know what high school and junior high school these fellas been to before they reached the NBA.
Yeah,
and nowadays, I haven't even fallen asleep. I can't tell you what Boston doing now, whether we up one or we tie or what's going on. What is now?
You all up one. If you all win tonight, you all go into the NBA Finals to take on the Golden State Warriors. And if you win, you got 18.
We play tonight?
You play tonight. Yeah, if you win tonight, you advance.
Yeah, okay. And then I had my good buddy from way back when talk show start. Me and Papa and JT and all of that. They used to call us the chronic callers. Now everybody want to be talk shows, or they want to be chronic callers now. So they just call us Sparky and Papa now. We was chronic callers before. But
and
what
you
I
all
wanted
always
to
keep
say
chronic call, make sure I have no problem with that at
Papa
all.
him a long time. He got up like me going to Dr. Dre's house to check his heart, because he can let these people around the Bahamas upset him so much he had the voice.
But listen, Sparky, let me ask you this. You made an interesting point. I heard you on the radio this morning, man, and I love you for your history, man. That was a great story about the pigs taking the music to Junkanoo on Bay Street, man.
Yeah, we did that. We was the first group that Dr. Off, Dr. Off, he used to originally run with Rushford the Valley. But what happened, Gus Cooper, is we go down Bay Street and your costume didn't look good. Gus used to come and tear your papers off your costume and send you out the group. So that's how the pigs started. Dr. Off get picked one day by Malcolm gas station, Beach Road, and Dr. Off decided, we just got up for the fun now. We trying to lose, not win nothing. So the pig was started, and we just arranged to go down one lap, round Bay Street, round Frederick Street, then head back to Cleso's to drink beer and eat sauce. And that was how the pig started. But then one time we came with this idea we could take a large barn on Bay Street, and we got this big tractor trailer or something, put a golf cart in there, put a trailer behind it, and Obi Pinland and his barn, we put them on the trailer in the back with generators and everything, with guitars and everything, and the pigs went down Bay Street with live music. You know?
And you always carrying on bad, so I hear.
Yeah, the pigs normally carry on, but yeah, these fellas call themselves the Sting and all them kind of people. They come way after us. Before us was Charlie Moss and a bunch of white people used to come from out west. They used to just fringe a bunch of pants and shit, just go down and have a good time.
There you go.
And then we decided we could do the same thing, and then that's when they started what they called the Scrap Group. And then they tell us in something they call us the Fun Group. You know, that's how all of that started, because we just got tired of all the staying up in the night, furnish them big, pretty costume. It took so much time and hours, and a lot of us were still going to school. I was still in Government High when I was rushing with the Valley Boys.
You've been doing it for a minute, though, Sparky.
I've been look at Naughty. I took the Valley Boys' first banner in 1958. My mother was working the Malcolm gas station on Bay Street, and Gus Cooper and them asked, they used to call my mother Aunt Gwenny, and they asked Aunt Gwenny if she could get a sponsor. She got 16 pounds, a box of cowbells, and a box of whistles from Mr. Malcolm, who did like joking
Mr. A.B. Malcolm.
Mr. Malcolm, yeah, and she gave it to Gus Cooper. The Valley Boys was started in Gus Cooper's old man car garage in 10th Street East, off Mount Royal Avenue.
Wow.
And the reason I got to go is when my mother used to work 2 jobs. She'll work with Mr. Malcolm in the day and the hospital and switchboard operator at night. So when my 2 brothers wanted to go to Bay Street with Gus Cooper, she told them that, hey, your daddy going out with the boys after church up to the South Side Bar. My Uncle Alfred had a South Side Bar on top of Hawkins Hill. She said, you can't leave Vincy home, so you got to carry Vincy with y'all. So Gus then decided to make me a little costume, and me and Box found him NASA respect, me pay a job. We took the banner.
There you go.
We walked from Madera Street, from Gus Cooper, down Madera Street, over Centerville, down Shirley Street, onto Bay Street by the Stop and Shop, and we started the Valley Boys right there that morning. We walked to Bay Street and walked back home. No bus, no truck, no nothing. Walk over there. Have a good day. And I still need you to contact the man with the land.
And now,
get your contract. I need to get to the land so I can start the farm.
Yeah,
okay.
We can get on that line next week, Sparky. We call me.
You call the man. You got the contract. You got the inside.
All right. We'll have that conversation, Sparky. Have a good weekend. Be safe, eh? Right, Mr. Producer, let's go to the Zoom. Earl the Pearl is in the building. Let's talk to Pearly. Earl the Pearl, what's good,
Hey.
Pearly Gates? It's Friday.
The Dodgers put up 14 runs last night. That was good.
Oh, Earl, come on, man. You can't say what's going on, Marty. Everything cool. My Dodgers put 14 runs last night.
You asked me what's happening, and I'm telling you what's happening. What you want me to do? Lie to
You
you?
sounded like you were from Van Nuys, California just now when you said, hey, my Dodgers put up 14 last night.
That's my LA voice. That's my LA voice.
But put your Bahama voice on instead.
Yeah, okay, man. So what you saying, babe?
That's much better. You see them Yankees carrying on bad?
Yankees did well.
But listen, you know we got to do today in sports, Earl. We got some interesting tidbits, man. Don't forget, Happy Hour tonight. It's all brought to you, of course, by Naughty Johnny's. Happy Hour tonight at Naughty Johnny's. Oh, and Earl the Pearl, I got a great voucher for you from Naughty Johnny's for dinner. You take a friend and go for dinner.
Okay, that'd be nice.
Go love yourself. They can take good care of you.
Okay,
They know you part of the
appreciate
team.
that. Appreciate that.
I just tell them that the Earl the Pearl is coming. They know who you are.
Really?
The
Like you're
owner is
happy.
a Dolphin fan too.
Good man.
So y'all could go talk Dolphins.
Super.
And I'm
Look
gonna make
forward to
sure
it.
they serve you the tuna steak that night. It's a big slab of tuna fish.
Okay. Sounds like a
I'm only
plan.
messing with you. Pick what you want. But nonetheless, happy hour tonight at Naughty Johnny's, 5 to 7. Be sure to check that out. It's going on right now. So if you're in the West or you're not even in the West, it's always worth the trip out there to the Old Fort Shopping Plaza at Naughty Johnny's. Don't forget, tomorrow they got breakfast starting at 9 a.m. and on Sunday, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Got the American, cuisine and favorites and the good old-fashioned Bahamian with the boiled fish, the stew Kong, all that good stuff. So be sure to check Naughty Johnny's out Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner, then on Saturday and Sunday on the weekend for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Give them a call. See what they got chefed up for you today. 377-7776. All right, Pearly, let's jump on in. Today in sports. Boy, we got some good ones. Today is Friday, May 27th, 2022. And on this day in 1873, horse racing fans, the first Preakness Stakes was won by Survivor. In 1904, Dennis McGann set a Major League record when he stole 5 bases in one game. 1955, Norm Zorchin, Boston Red Sox, got 10 RBIs against the Senators in 1955. 10 RBIs in a game, right? That's a lot, man.
That is a lot. That's a whole lot.
That's a lot. I mean, I heard 6 before,
Where's
7
people
before.
at 5
People
and
were
6?
like, wow.
I've never heard anybody at 10.
1968, after 48 years as coach of the Chicago Bears, George Halas retired. Also in 1968, it was announced that baseball franchises had been awarded to Montreal and San Diego. In 1982, the 3 New Jersey businessmen bought the NHL's Colorado Rockies. They got approval to move the team to New Jersey and become the Devils. In 1987, you got like this one, Earl, Phil Niekro of the New York Yankees became the 3rd pitcher to make 700 starts. You remember Phil Niekro, the knuckleballer? Phil and Joe Niekro?
I remember him. It was Phil and Joe, brothers.
Yeah, and them knuckleballers used to kill people.
They actually had the catchers used to get a different mitt because you had to have a wide, almost like a trapper mitt to catch that.
And then the only other pitch that I compared to that knuckleball is that screwball that Valenzuela used to throw too, because he had to use a different glove as well.
Yeah. That was Steve.
But Phil Niekro,
catch with him.
Phil and Joe Niekro, the Niekro brothers, man. A lot of victories and a lot of strikeouts between the two of them. And finally,
I think
in
both
2000,
got 300 wins. I know Phil got 300 wins. I'm not sure about Joe.
No, Phil got 300, yeah. And then finally in 2003 on this day, it was reported that Patrick Waugh of the Colorado Avalanche would announce his retirement from the NHL the following day. And then, of course, our sports quote of the day, I always made a total effort, even when the odds seemed entirely against me. I never quit trying. I never felt that I didn't have a chance to win. Arnold Palmer. So there you go. For all my golf aficionados.
That's true. That's true.
But Earl,
that is
got to talk about it, man, tonight, as we get ready to get into our, let's do our local section, and then we get into our NBA section. Obviously, you got to jump right in now with the home court, brought to you, of course, by Burger King Nassau. And don't forget, they got that great mix and match 2 for $11.50 deal going on, and the cheesesteaks. Which one are you going to try first, the chicken or the beef? Both are all good. All of it's waiting on you at your favorite Burger King Nassau location for takeout, drive-through, and delivery with the Craven app. But if we look at the local sports scene, Earl, we got lots to talk about, man. We got some big things popping. We got some youngsters doing some big things abroad. And we got some events coming up. I'm glad to see that the Bahama Bowl is returning. It's going to kick off Bowl Week, December 16th, buddy. It's a Friday night. What you saying, Pearly? I got the cooler ready right now.
Now we cooking with gas. Now we starting to cook with gas. I can live with a Friday night.
Friday the 16th? I mean, you can't tell me that can't be well attended.
Real talk.
Tell me we can't fill it this go round. I mean, what do we do on Friday the 16th? Nothing.
They ain't even get paid yet. They probably might just get paid that day. They probably won't get paid Monday the 19th.
Boom.
So
well, we got some good news from the local sports out of the Bahama Bowl. I mean, I think we got a chance at really having an impact this year on giving a really good product to ESPN.
Yeah, I think so. I think it should be nice. It should be nice.
Now let's just hope we get 2 good teams coming from the MAC. You know what I mean?
Any Bahamians playing in the MAC, we got to check that out.
We got to see it. And then the other conference. So once we have the good teams from Conference USA and from the MAC, and we check those conferences for Bahamian athletes, then we know who to root for, if there are any there.
Yep.
But speaking of Bahamian athletes, a total of 11 University of Bahamas Mingos student athletes have graduated as part of the class of 2022. So I congratulate them. Job well done. And it's good to know that that program is putting out graduates as well. So that's definitely a good look. And some other news there, Pearly. The PM has vowed budget boosts for sports. Did you get a chance to see any of that information?
No, I'm starting to review it now. So I'm going to start reading through it and seeing what's going on in a little better.
It's in today's Guardian. Story by our good friend of the show, Mr. Sheldon Longley, and stand-up Yankee fan himself. And Dolphin. So medium right there, Earl. You see what I'm saying?
I see you. I feel you.
So what if he likes the Celtics? That's okay. But Prime Minister Davis allocates $1 million toward the staging of Carifta and Bahamas games, among other projects. Now, like we mentioned yesterday, but I think that we really need to look at it in depth. You need more than $1 million, don't you think? To make this all work.
That's why, you see, I want to look at the budget because they may have a line item in the budget for Bahamas game. This may just be the promotional of it or whatever they're doing. So I don't want to sell them short and jump on it and not have all the facts. So that's why I say next week we can talk better about this and be able to make some better comments.
Because you'd have digested the budget by then.
Yeah.
You'd have inhaled it and consumed it.
I don't know how to consume it, but I can look at it.
All right. So that's on the local scene right there. And now let's slide down.
I'm just happy Jonquil, Jonquil, when they won last night, but her numbers aren't that like they were last year. And I don't know because it's a more balanced team. I mean, they got a really good team. So I don't know if the pressure's not on her. You know, I don't know if it's just because she just come out of the European League. She got to catch herself. I ain't seeing the numbers like that. She getting double-doubles, 13, stuff like that, but she ain't put up the 20-point games right this year.
I think she's going to go on a binge like she did last year. Remember now, the first couple of weeks after she came from Europe, a little bit slow.
That's right, I forgot about that.
You know, pick up mid-season, and then she finished on a tear. And she goes in stretches where she puts up monster games, like 3, 4, 5 games in a row.
Yeah.
She's in shape. There's no report of injury. But I do agree with you. The team is loaded this year, Earl, so that might be making a slight bit of difference. But how
a lot of balance scoring. I think they had like 6 people in double figures yesterday, if I remember, 5 or 6. So that, you know.
And she's unselfish. If the team's winning, and that's what's working, you know, she's bought into the philosophy.
Yeah.
And number 3, she got one of the biggest contracts in WNBA history, $240,000 a season. So yay!
Pay our girl.
Hey, you know, sometimes people get paid and they catch themselves for a second.
But if you want to keep it with the Bahamian heritage people, what I tell you about Clay? What did I tell you about Clay?
I told you I felt it too.
They call him Game 6 Clay. They said he normally get off in the finals of Game 6, but he got off. Put up 32 points. He is starting to get there. He's in a peak in the finals. I'm telling you, Golden State can beat the pants of Boston.
Okay. How do you really feel?
I hope JJ had that good, loud, and clear.
Okay, good. So let's go to the break, Mr. Producer. Our first break. We'll go to the break now. On the flip side of the break, we'll be talking who's in and who's out. All brought to you by Tropical Gyros. And we'll get your take on tonight's games in the NBA. Well, tonight's game in the NBA, Celtics and Heat. We've got some NFL to talk about and some Major League Baseball as well. We are live, Duncan Carmichael location, getting it in. Free for all Friday of Talking Heads. So keep it right via Guardian Radio 96.9 FM.
Burger King Nassau is bringing you the delicious taste of Philly cheese in 3 mouth-watering varieties. Enjoy the great taste of Philly cheese with your choice of flame-grilled beef, crispy chicken, or try out BK's plant-based beef version. BK's Philly cheese has all the fixings you love, including lots of melted cheese, caramelized onions, bell peppers, and mushrooms on a sesame seed hoagie bun. Try the new Philly cheese as a combo or as part of the King's Feast at any of BK's 7 locations. Burger King Nassau, where taste is king.
The most important thing in life is family. And whenever you need reliable advice, you look to the people you know you can trust. At J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, we earn our clients' trust every day. Whether it's home, motor, travel, or commercial insurance, we've got you covered. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
J.S. Johnson Insurance. Peace of mind.
Refined style with elegant taste, then fine threads is your place. If you want those slacks hemmed or just taking the waist, then fine threads is your place. If you wanna look suave and debonair everywhere you go, like you're supposed to be in a video, wanna step out and look great, then fine threads is your place. Refined style with elegant taste, then fine threads is your place. Is your place. Is your place.
Preparing for a hurricane can make all the difference in safeguarding lives. By knowing what actions you should take to reduce the effects of hurricane disaster. Get all the facts of the potential of having insurance, impact-resistant windows, home emergency power, surge protectors, essential supplies, plus so much more before the storm. after the storm, where to purchase building or cleaning supplies, waste disposal, medical care, which auto shop to go to after driving through flooded streets, and more. The Nassau Guardian's Hurricane Guide will help to make sure everyone knows what to do in the event a hurricane approaches. Take advantage of this double insertion opportunity plus 15 radio commercials. Contact us today, 302-2300, or your account executives. Will you be prepared?
Craving tasty KFC chicken and need an affordable fix? The KFC Quick Fix menu has 3 tasty options that are both big on taste and value, with plenty of mouth-watering goodness. Try the KFC Flavor Full Box, packed with 3 pieces of crispy fried chicken legs and whole wings, fluffy mashed potato with gravy, corn, a buttery biscuit, and an ice-cold Pepsi for only $9.95. Get your favorite chicken fix today, only at KFC Nassau. It's finger-licking good.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
Back at you right here on Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. We are live, Duncan Carmichael location, getting it in. It is the Friday free-for-all Friday edition of Talking Heads. And like I said, we'll be glad to be here at Duncan Carmichael, one of our favorite locations. And it's awesome. You definitely need to check it out if you haven't. And don't forget, you got Carmichael, and you got Downtown Bay Street, Paradise Island, Palmdale, Bernard Road with the drive-thru, East Street South with the drive-thru. In addition to that, you got Carmichael, like I said, the newest location, and pre-clearance and post-clearance out at the airport. So no reason for you not to be running on Duncan, because you know the Bahamas runs on Duncan. Now, we got who's in and who's out. All brought to you, of course, by Tropical Gyros. Be sure to check out Tropical Gyros. They're open to 6 right there on Rosetta and Mackey Street. Let them do the cooking for you today, man. It's all good. Let them be part of your weekend plans, because they are off the chain. And don't forget, in addition to the gyros, they got the bowls as well. So be sure to pop on in and get yourself hooked up, all right? And they always welcome walk-in orders, takeout, and delivery with the Craven app. 601-5752. Give Tropical Gyros a call. Pick up the chef, Carmen, and the crew over there at Tropical Gyros, or G-O-O-D good. Well, Earl to Pearl, tonight,
yes, sir,
somebody could be in and somebody could be out. If the Celtics win, they're going to be in the NBA Finals to take on the Golden State Warriors. If they don't, they're going to be in Game 7 to take on the Miami Heat. And then the winner of that game, somebody will be in the finals and somebody will be going home. So you said they wrap it up tonight.
I don't know, because you see, I know Williams and Smart is game time decision. They probably can play. And Hero and Vincent, game time decision. I don't know how effective Hero can be. So I think Boston can close the door tonight, though.
This series has been bipolar the whole way along. Nobody wants to win it. Nobody wants to step up and claim it and own it. And if you look at it, if it follows the pattern of lunacy that it has, Miami should win tonight and force the Game 7.
It actually, they were going to get. I know, but I think Boston now starting to click.
So my point is, does Boston hold serve now and get it done tonight?
I think they're going to shut the door tonight and get ready for Tuesday night.
And then that brings us to the next subject of who's in. In the zone is Klay Thompson. Like I mentioned it, but you really saw the point yesterday. You were all over it. You really said Klay was going to come through last night, and he was going to be hot the rest of the way.
I think so. His game is starting. He's getting more and more healthier. He's getting his rhythm. He's getting his chemistry with the team, and he's doing it all at the right time. Watch. Golden State, good. I'm not going to. Let's see who they're first, and I'll tell you my numbers when we get talking about the finals.
Well, we want to see where it goes. At some point, somebody got to, rubber got to meet the road. Somebody got to step up and have that moment. Do you think somebody's going to have that moment tonight? Either to continue it for the Heat and force for Game 7, or be the dagger for Boston and eliminate the Heat?
I think we're going to see why Mr. Tatum was a big fan of Kobe Bryant and has that Mamba mentality, he's going to take over the game tonight, and he's going to show why he's the leader and the daddy of that team. You watch.
The daddy.
Yeah,
all right, let's go to the phone lines, Earl.
The papi, the boss, you know.
All right, the papi chulo. Let's go to the phone lines. We got a caller right here. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this?
Yes, Naughty. This Gardner talking sports this time.
What's going on, Gardner?
Yeah, man. You know, tell Sparky, man, I'm no bootlicker, man. You know, he come to say what it is, you know. But you know, with the Boston Celtics, right? We the best defense in the league, you know, and Dallas is like the worst. So it ain't gonna be no blowout, no 100-point games, and you know, 130 and the like.
Nah, Sparky, and not Sparky, like Gardner. Listen, the Mavericks aren't sharp level on defense. They were a pretty solid defensive team. Now they got beat. Now I know the Golden State does not play any kind of defense compared to either the Celtics or the Mavericks. But they got offense. They got unlimited offense, and they got guys that are the consistent guys who do that thing, the Stephs and the Clays. But now you got guys like Wiggins and Looney and Poole all stepping up. They're all hard out. That's not an easy team to beat.
And you got guys who know what it is to be in the finals, who know what it is. What, they've been just there 6 finals in 8 years?
But you know the sports writers are saying who has the best 1-2 punch? You know, duo in the league. I mean, left in the playoffs. That's the Celtics. Scoring the offensive duo. You know. And then you put in the finals. The best player in the finals is Steph Curry. Above all, nobody can argue that point. Yeah, but they don't have duo. I know that. Clay injured. Clay ain't 100%.
I'm with you. But the way Clay playing, I can argue that point. Let's watch.
Clay ain't no playmaker.
I can argue that point.
Clay's not a playmaker because that man only makes one dribble. You know.
He's a scoring machine, and that's what they want.
He had that white boy game. That's it.
Machine. He's a score. That's all they want, scoring machine. The rest of them
he's an outside shooter. That's what he is. You know, they can play deep.
Hold on, you ain't been watching the games, eh?
Clay's
You've been watching the playoffs,
1 or 2 dribbles. That's it.
I mean, 1 or 2 dribble into the hole and dunk and fell his head off.
He's one of the best shooters in the game, outside shooters, 3-point shooters.
Send me your number. Let me WhatsApp you the video of him slamming over Luka. Let me say you
You don't see Clay making plays off the dribble. You know, very seldom. You know.
Let me chime in here.
The main goal of basketball is to put the ball in the bucket. That's what he's do.
Yeah, that European game, that white boy game. You know. That's it.
First of all, Gardner, I don't know what you're trying to say. White boy game.
The way saying what the sports writers saying, the best duo in the game right now.
Go ahead, Gardner. This
the
your
best
show.
duo
Finish.
in the playoff right now. Everybody's saying it. All the sport writers are saying it. You know, the best duo in the league, duo in the left in the playoff now is Tatum and Brown.
Okay, let me say this, Gardner.
I know the sports writers saying that.
All right, Earl, I got this. Let me chime in. Gardner, stand down now. All right, let me speak. Don't interrupt me. Maybe those sports writers wrote that article prior to last night's game. But if you ask me, after what I saw last night, the best duo in the playoffs or possibly in the finals is Steph and Clay, the Splash Brothers. Been there, done that, got the T-shirt multiple times, got the experience. Draymond's still there. They got some young guys that contribute. If them two are shooting lights out basketball, you're all done in 6. Now, there you go. And to heck with your sports writers, because I don't really rate Skip Bayless them like you do.
So who has the best defense in the league right now? Number one
Boston.
defense in the league.
Boston does. You got the defensive player of the year. I don't take that away from you.
Right, and Dallas, stay where you put me. You know,
but the bottom line is
no. Dallas
Draymond Green ain't
Dallas got an MVP finalist. Dallas got an MVP finalist, and Dallas is a very good team. And Dallas is a team that could have been one of those teams to win the NBA Finals.
Dallas and Phoenix.
You got about 6 teams that could have been champions this year. It doesn't matter who beat them, and Dallas is one of them 6.
You know, Luca's a one-man band, so that can't win no championship.
No,
and everybody
got a
knows
one-man
that.
band because he's the voice option and he's the ball goes through him. That's the way the team designed. That don't make him a
lucky to
one-man
beat
band.
Phoenix. You know, he was lucky to beat Phoenix.
Phoenix, what you mean take it? Phoenix
was
is what the
underdog,
second or best team in basketball. They get beat in the playoffs.
Earl,
They get beat
what
in
you
the
fail to
playoffs.
realize is Gardner comes from the Johnny Most school and Tommy Heinsohn school of pulling for the Celtics. You haven't noticed that yet?
Don't go like that.
And I come from the Chick Hearn school of pulling for the Lakers. And I come from the Chris Berman school is saying why you play the game and believing you have to play the game. You don't just talk.
All right, let me show you the school I come from. Okay, who? I gotta ask you one question. Who you think is the most exciting player in the game right now?
Ja Morant.
Right.
Ja Morant.
Right. Okay, so how you say I come from that school that Tommy
You
Heinsohn school?
now, Gardner, use my boy, but I know you
fine,
only
man?
throwing that Ja Morant in there for my sake, okay?
Yeah, I speak what it is. It is what it is.
He throw a curveball. He throw a slider. He throw a slider. He throw a
I
slider.
know you're talking with John Quayle, right? But I must agree with you. See, John Quayle, she don't need to score 30 points. She don't need to lead the league in scoring.
The team's
because
balanced.
she have the best team in the league. You know that girl, what's her name? Thompson, Alyssa Thompson. She's back for you. And then they got an Ricky God. She carrying on. They got a good team, man. They got the best team in the
really
league.
good team.
And like I tell Naughty, you was here. I tell Naughty, John Quayle, she's the Kevin Durant of the WNBA. She's the most valuable player, the MVP, and they know it.
Okay.
But you wanna talk about lineup? Check this out, man. This is a solid squad right here. When you look at the Connecticut Sun for their roster for 2022, and you look at it, let me tell you, they got a solid roster. I'm gonna pull it up for you right now.
Brianna Jones, right?
Yeah, man, they solid. And at the
Alyssa
end of the
Thomas,
day,
John
here you
Quayle
go.
Jones.
You got
Jasmine Thomas, the God.
You got Dejanai Carrington, Courtney Williams, DeWanna Bonner, Jasmine Thomas, Brianna Jones, John Quayle Jones, Nia Clouden, Yvonne Anderson, Natisha Heidman, Alyssa Thomas, Kayla Peterson, Joyner Holmes, Kiara Smith, and Ebony Hoffman. That team is loaded.
They shooters.
Yeah.
They shooters too. All handlers. They can move. They can play with pace. Playmakers. That's a stupid thing, man. So John Quayle, she don't gotta lead the league in scoring. She not gonna lead the league in scoring with that team. Remember, Alyssa Thomas was in there.
No,
last
Alyssa
year.
Thomas, or Jasmine Thomas, both of them, they're playing
Right.
big this year.
Or
And then you gotta
Brianna
look-
Jones, she was in there for the full season too. She had some issues too, I think, last season.
Right. I was just about to say, Brianna's going to be a big addition to that team, too.
And the Williams girl, the guard. She left and
Courtney
came back,
Williams.
right? Say?
Courtney.
Say?
Courtney,
She
talking about?
just came
Williams.
back there, right?
I think so. I'm not sure.
Right. I think she's back now. So, man, that's the team.
Now,
And,
let me ask you this. I got this off the text line. It says, Naughty, how do you feel about these two MVP awards at the ends of the conference championships? For the Western Conference, it's the Magic Johnson MVP award, and for the Eastern Conference, it's the Larry Bird MVP award. I
That's
have no
good.
problem with it. I
I
think
ain't
it's
no
a good
problem with
homage. It's a good tribute,
Yeah.
especially Larry
The
Bird's
Williams girl
cooler,
played for
Magic
the
Johnson.
Williams girl played for Atlanta, and her and another girl had a fight in the parking lot. So Atlanta
Right.
decided not to sign her back.
That's all right. That's the same girl, right?
Yeah, that's the same girl. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying. I know my WNBA. I know she left and came back.
Oh,
So,
yeah,
and
Well,
they
that's
even
how
much
she had to
better
let that one
now.
up.
Business.
Eh?
Hmm?
She makes them even much better now. That's a solid
Yeah.
team, man. Trust me.
Yeah.
You can't, so,
she brings a lot to the team. A
Yeah,
veteran
man.
leadership.
Only thing John Quayle want to do is win.
Yeah, that's all that counts.
And they know she's the MVP. Ain't nobody ready for that. Man, you can see that game this woman got, man.
Yeah, she
You know,
has great
she
game.
can't all like Elijah Wan in the paint.
Yeah.
Huh? Or
Yeah,
Kevin
you're right.
McHale, she got them, She touches it, and then she can go off the dribble too. She can go coast to coast if she wants. You know, she's shooting. You know, she ready. But anyway, man.
Anyway, God, we got to get to the break. I appreciate you chiming in, man. You always got great contributions. You're always candid. Even though you're a big-time Celtic homer, it's still good. It's still all good. Have a good weekend, man. I hope you Celtics get it done for you tonight, all right? With that being said, Mr. Producer, let's get to the break, man. Let's take our last break, and on the flip side of the break, Earl and I will be back to wrap things up. We'll go over Boston and Miami one more again tonight. We'll check out Major League Baseball, who's in and out, who's on top, what kind of matchups going on tonight. And then we'll get you with a little NFL out the door on the flip side of the break. And you never know. For those of you all who've been hitting me, telling me, Naughty, why don't play a couple of songs? You know, Zhivago just play songs on Friday. Why don't play something? Well, guess what? Mr. Producer, I can send you two over. We can go home, too. All right? Two classics.
Then I want to listen to the song. I go over to your sister station.
We'll do that.
I want to talk sports.
So why you can talk sports on the sister station?
I said, no, he said, why you don't play songs? I said, when I want to listen to songs, I go over to the sister station. We talking sports. I want to talk sports.
Brother Lang has started a cult following on Fridays. He's dig
That's
deep
cool.
in the
I like that. But then he builds them up, and then we just soothe their mind with some Dodger baseball and Yankee, you know, and Cowboy talk.
When I had a good one lined up, I had Michigan and Smiley here as a Friday evening.
When you go to actor, we could go out with that.
That's what I said.
Okay.
Getting real corn as you like, you know. Let's go to the break.
Let Dunkin' put the good back into morning with our delicious breakfast sandwiches. Enjoy a fluffy egg topped with American cheese and bacon, ham, or savory sausage on your choice of a flaky croissant, a warm bagel, or a toasted English muffin. Choose your favorite and have breakfast just the way you like it. Make it a combo with golden hash browns and a freshly brewed coffee, and get rising and shining with Dunkin' breakfast sandwiches today. The Bahamas runs on Dunkin'.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. Whatever the occasion, John's is confident you will find what you're looking for among our always growing collection of amazing and trendy styles. We cover women, men, children, the whole family. Together with John's great prices and helpful and friendly customer service, your experience in shopping with us will be time well spent. Too busy to come in store? Shop with us online. www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances. So come on in today at John's, where we put fashion at your feet.
When I had got prostate cancer, my family didn't know if I was going to live. At Cancer Treatment Centers of America, within days, I got an appointment. They presented me with treatment options, and we set up a robotic prostatectomy. When my scans came back, there are no signs of cancer. They don't see you as a number, they see you as a part of the family. I'm going on with my life. It's a real gift.
Call us at Cancer Treatment Centers of America.
Scan on Bahamas, it's your boy, Sawyer Boy. COVID is clearly unpredictable. It doesn't matter how young you are, how old you are. I'm young, and it still put a beating on me. I had no other option but to go to the hospital. I remember the doctor telling me if I had waited one more day, I wasn't gonna come inside here alive. You don't wanna be in the same position that I was in. Vaccines may not stop you from getting COVID, but it can stop you from getting COVID the way I had COVID. You don't want that way.
A local paper in Grand Bahama is back every Tuesday as a section of the Nassau Guardian. Available at local stores, gas stations, pharmacies, Western Bakery, and Bellevue Gifts. Daily and, of course, on Tuesdays too. Want to reach your Grand Bahama audience? Then call Barefoot Marketing at 827-4578 or message them for ad rates via their Facebook page. Advertising opportunities now include classified ads too. Keep up with all the latest Grand Bahama news in the Guardian newspaper every Tuesday.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
turn talking heads, and down the home stretch we come. 5:49 p.m. is the time on this Friday. And as you get into the weekend, people, man, enjoy yourself. But do it responsibly, all right? You know we still got COVID around, so be responsible, distance responsibly, and enjoy yourself. But just remember, you got to be responsible, and you got to adhere to those protocols, all right? We're still not over this thing yet. All right, Pearly, let's check out baseball, man. Let's check out baseball today. What we got going on tonight in Major Leagues. Let me check out the scores from today. We might have some earlier games.
Earlier games today?
I'm looking now. Nothing early today.
Everything late today.
The Reds and the Giants at 6:40. The Rockies and the Nationals at 7:05. Rays and the Yankees at 7:05. Oh, that's a good early game I could check out. Yeah, man. Tigers and the Guardians. Mets and Phillies. Red Sox and Orioles. Braves and Marlins. Is Jazz in tonight?
Let me double check quick.
Double check that for me, Pearly. That if we got a Jazz signing tonight or not, because I know he's dealing with that hamstring. They play at 7:20.
He's day to day with the hammy. He's not in the starting lineup. I gotta go take him out my team. Oh man.
Off your fantasy lineup.
Yeah, man.
But now I can watch the Yankee game undivided. I don't have to switch between the two games. I'll just watch the Yankees, especially if Jazz not playing. You got the Twins and the Royals at 8:10. Cardinals and Brewers at 8:15. Angels and Blue Jays at 9:40. Padres and Pirates at 9:40. A's and Rangers at 9:40. Mariners and Astros at 9:40. And you guys, the late game of the night, the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, but our neighbors. It's our neighbors. Blue Jays Angels game was really good last night. You know, Shiny struck out a lot, but he gave up Bichette hit him up and down. Guerrero Jr. hit a home run off him. That was a really good game last night.
It was. There was a lot of stuff going on in that game. It was exciting. I mean, it wasn't to the ramifications of 20-5
or 14-1.
My God, you're always running football scores.
Listen, Freddie, I think one of the best signings, the Dodgers, every year the Dodgers do something really good. Starting with Mookie, then you get Trey Turner, and now Freddie Freeman. Ah, man. Mookie hitting the cover off the ball. They were trying to say Mookie can't hit the ball because he gone vegan and all that. Freddie had a field day yesterday. Baseball is heating up. It's looking good.
Well, we'll see, Earl. I mean, you know, you all are prone to your little swoon every now and again.
Everybody that's baseball. That is baseball.
That's true. I need the Yankees to win tonight, though. I mean, they bucked the toes against the bad teams, and I hate that pattern that's developing all over again.
But the Rays is not a bad team.
No, I'm not talking about the Rays. I'm talking about like the Orioles, my brother.
But see, you gotta look at this now. It never surprises me, even though I expect the Dodgers to beat the Diamondbacks. It never surprises me if they beat us. Never surprises me what happens between the Dodgers and the Padres, or the Dodgers, particularly between the Dodgers and the Giants. And it's the same thing, particularly with the Dodgers and the Red Sox, and the Yankees and the Red Sox, and the Yankees and the Orioles. Not so much the Blue Jays and not so much the Rays, because they just reach. But the Red Sox and the Yankees and the Yankees and the Orioles, anything can happen. Probably in a 4-game series, the Yankees will take 3 out of 4 against the Orioles, and sometimes they'll split. But that's the nature of baseball, and that's particularly the nature of rivalry in those divisions. Yankees, Red Sox, Dodgers, Giants. Then you look, I think, the Cubs, Cardinals. They rivalries.
We got Raheem the Dream here, Earl the Pearl. We got Peter checking in real quick. He's catching the rap, but like Peter wants you to put a little respect on the Yankees name now, you know.
No, I respect the Yankees. I'm actually looking forward to a Dodger-Yankee World Series. I'm pulling for the Yankees to make it fair. I'm pulling for the Dodgers to be there. I want to see a Dodgers-Yankee World Series. Yeah, I think it would be great for baseball.
Do we have the tape of Earl say that the Yankees not do well this year and You were expecting another team to come out. I think you were pulling for the Blue Jays and Bichette, and I don't remember you saying this before the season, but all of a sudden the Yankees are doing good. You're on the Yankee bandwagon. But
No. Don't put me on no bandwagon. I am a Dodger. Cut me nine blade Dodger blue. I just would like to see.
Let me just tell you, Earl, be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for, because if you get that, the Yankees win that series.
Oh, Lord of
and
mercy.
if you look at the pace that Judge is on, he's on a really good pace, possibly record-breaking for home runs now. You want to talk, speaking of Dodgers, I crossed a friend of mine this week who had the nerve to say to me that he puts Kershaw ahead of Nolan Ryan.
Oh, Earl, that's a good one right there.
That really is a good one.
That's something we need to pick up like next Monday.
Yeah, we can't talk about that right now because I need to look up some stuff.
Yeah, like Kershaw or Nolan Ryan. That is that's a very good one. All right, but real quick, now that we got Peter here, we got any local events going on over the weekend? Peter, I know you got out and about with all kind of youth events and youth sports. What we got this weekend?
Well, the Bahamas Archery is doing on Saturday at Pinewood Gardens.
Archery? Did you say archery like bows and arrows archery?
Robin Hood. It's Robin Hood of Loxley.
Earl, you want to go watch archery on the weekend, buddy?
I heard about them, I need to check that out.
I mean, I can make sure I stand in back of the archers, but nonetheless, I want to go watch.
I heard about them. I need to check that out.
We might have to get out there. So they got archery going on. Tell us more there, Peter.
Archery is 10 o'clock on Pinewood Gardens Park. And last week there was the table tennis championship, so we got to get into that and see what's.
Yeah, Earl and I mentioned it earlier in the week. Great results from the table tennis, and the youth are really improving. According to the organizers, each tournament they get better and better.
Anyone else here besides me played table tennis back in the day?
I
had my own table tennis. I had my own table.
Oh, okay. So you could hit the ball with some spin and all that, Earl?
Now, when I was in college, I used to watch the Asian dudes on the math team play table tennis in between math tournaments.
Chance, maybe so.
Wow, okay. Naughty, pretty good.
I'll watch table tennis. I'm not going to play it, all right? Yeah, something about, a paddle smashing into a small round ball is rather painful sometimes to watch.
On the other side of things, we have the Nico Bowls Elite 9th Annual Elite Training Camp. It comes up on June 27th, runs until July 20th. So you can get in touch with him at info at, their Facebook page. Now, that's a really big deal because he's been able to produce very good basketball players coming out. You look at them, come on out. They do a lot of development. They get them very early, and they keep with them from about 6 years old all the way to 18 years old. Now, you can reach him. He's the head coach. You can reach him at info at info.ibabahamas@gmail.com or 466-0049. Sorry about that. But yes, they do a really good job. They run tournaments year round, and it's when even if you're not a parent of a player that he's coaching, coming on a support. It's just a good feeling, and you don't want to be the person who hops on the bandwagon when the person's in the NBA. You want to say, hey, I was there when I remember that kid, he or she, because it's co-ed, 7 years old, hit a great shot to win the game.
There you go. I mean, listen, Peter, I appreciate how you get out there with the youth sports, man. Give us a full rundown early next week so we know what went on with the archery and we went on with the basketball tournament, all right? Earl the Pearl, we got to get out of here, man. It's that time. The producer lighting up the phone lines. I want to thank you for chiming in all week long. And everybody who chimed in today, all of my talking heads, man, who texted, who called in and everything, I appreciate y'all. And yes, we still have that person, that inconsiderate, denied oxygen in the womb, the driver of the blue Honda Inspire, license number AJ4654, who I about to film and put on the Guardian. Come out the people handicap spot, man. My God. You're going to hell on a scholarship for that. But anyway, for everybody who chimed in, my producer in studio, Earl the Pearl, Peter Rahim, Kermit D, my engineer out here. This is your boy Naughty. Y'all have a great weekend, Bahamas. Like I always say, you put your brain in gear before you put your mouth in motion, and that way you avoid a big commotion, all right? Have a good weekend. Be good, and if you can't be good at it. Mr. Producer, fling that rhythm down and take me home. Ain't Geraldo ain't the only one who can dig in the crates on a Friday, though. Let's go.
This coming Friday, our police gonna roll the lawn. You went to see man number one sound round town. And it's a Friday evening. Bim! The people them tired of working. Lord, them hear the disco playing. Bim! It make them feel like dancing. Ain't no summer say. Burrito will be greater with the disco operator. 588 and a 6-tweeter. This the DJ talk sweeter. See Lord and just up with the hip chamber. Watch your man. Play the play. I did rock together.
Talking Heads with Naughty is sponsored by BTC, Burger King, the Cancer Treatment Centers of America, the Cleveland Clinic, Dunkin' Donuts, Fidelity Bank of Bahamas, the Fincastle Media Group, Fine Threads, John's Department Store, J.S. Johnson, Joker's Wild, KFC, Naughty Johnny's, and Tropical Gyros.
Tired of working. Lord, them hear the disco playing. Bim! It make them feel like dancing. Rochaman. And me see you black at the microphone chanting. Bim! Chanting. Bim! Chanting. Hey. You black at the microphone chanting. Bim! Chanting till the morning. And me see you in the party dancing. Dancing.